Hello, all, and welcome to Film Relic. Today, we are going to be talking about Oppenheimer, starring Cillian Murphy, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, and host other supremely talented actors, and directed by Christopher Nolan. At one point in the movie, a character says who would want to justify their whole life, and yet, most part of the movie dedicates in Oppenheimer justifying his choices and actions. This movie is a sprawling biopic on him, focusing on events like security hearing, Manhattan Project, cabinet hearing, and his formative years in academics and his association with left leaning ideas to paint a picture of a man who was not only a genius but complex human being. His passion in pursuing quantum science and his pioneering work in nurturing and developing that in the United States association with communism, even though knowing how it would hamper his work on the project, are brought about Nolan through a generic screenplay. What is surprising is Nolan not only using his pet trope of jumping through timelines, but using that to communicate effectively as a story point, but it never gets exhausting. Linearity is not Nolan's form, and he again plays with time beautifully to communicate story points by constantly cutting between timelines with rapid editing. Nolan gets into his prestige zone with similarity in first and last scenes, staging, and editing of scenes. One more aspect Nolan uses brilliantly, I thought, would work in Tenet more than Oppenheimer is unpredictability and using the keeping us guessing trope. The movie never becomes predictable, and that keeps us hooked even though the runtime is 3 hours. However, I felt that coming out of theater, I got to know more about Oppenheimer's associations and his body of work, but never get to know the man fully, what drives him, and more importantly, how the guilt of atomic bomb weighed on him. That part I felt was hurried in the second half. Even his personal life is underdeveloped, especially the Gene Tatlock part. Also, I don't understand Nolan's fascination with IMAX. The format adds nothing much other than the audio being muffled, which was the criticism even in Tenet. Even the constant cutting between characters when the bomb goes off leaves you underwhelming. The movie is brilliant technically. Operatic score by Ludwig Göransson, cinematography by Hoyte van Hoytema, who continues his great collaboration with Nolan, fabulous editing by Jennifer Lame, and a brilliant special effects team make us feel we are not watching an ordinary biopic. The practical effects generated by the team deserves applause, especially during the first 15 minutes. Gladly, the fabulous cast papers over much of the flaws, and boy, what an ensemble cast. Cillian Murphy brings his versatility, and his calm but stoic expression adds to the mystery of the man. He does more for the character than what is written for him. Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Jason Clarke are all solid and bring their A game. Emily Blunt's character was underdeveloped, but she gets a terrific scene with Jason Clarke as a consolation. Overall, it's a big win for the acting. Finally, I felt the movie's hits weighed more than its misses. The movie also reaffirms that Nolan is more of a director who gets the subtleties of technicalities but not of the psychology.